So when trading, so when what do you call it? When trading, how often are you allowed to like trade using the fundamental ways? Only a few specific times during the month, or those events happen frequently?
The events happen once a month on average. So for example,
Okay.
go to where there's a list of news events. Each
Okay.
happens once a month.
Okay.
Here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 plus the other list, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So in a month, you'll be trading about 14 times.
All right.
Yeah.
So is there like a way that you know to say that, okay, is there like a way that you know that you'll be making consistent trades, or it's more like it's a bit of a gamble?
I'm sorry, can you just expand a bit more on that question?
Like, let's say the way you said you'll be trading 14 times, unlike the people that trade technical, mostly that are usually trading consistently, like every day, every hour.
Yeah.
With this one, since you have to wait for the event, plus you've offered the strategies, could you be sure that you make a profit, or it's also a bit of an unsurety? Plus, with the way you're trading less times in a month.
The thing I can say about that is some events aren't as powerful as others. So for example, sometimes this event could only move, let's say 10 pips. Then the next month it moves 15 pips, and the other month it moves another 10 pips and so on. So it's not really consistent, because just the way it is, like it doesn't really have a consistent number of pips. It always moves all the time. However, there's a few events that you can know what these ones are more powerful than the other ones. That's the list for extreme. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope that has answered your question.
Yeah, it has.
But then it's 14 times a month. That's the number of times you trade. On average, it's about 2-3 events a week. Then each session is about 5 minutes max.
All right.
Yeah. Was there any other question that you had?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm recording this session as well. So I'll upload it together with the session from yesterday. Then I'll send you the link.
All right.
Okay. So this is where we ended on the trade section of MetaTrader 4 or 5, depending on if you use an iPhone or an Android. So when you want to place your trades, you click on this plus icon here. But wait, I hope you can see my screen clearly, because some people say they can't see the smaller icons.
No, I can see. I can see clearly.
Okay, so you can see me selecting.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, good. Yeah, so when you want to place trades, you click here where there's a plus that looks like a SIM card. Then you'll be taken to this page in MetaTrader 4 and 5. So by default, instant execution or market execution are selected. This is the type of order that will be placing for the extreme SNB. Now, instant execution is a much slower type of order as compared to market execution. But if you're with Hotforex and Just Forex, they give you market execution. It won't be instant, so don't worry about that. For demo accounts, usually instant execution, as you can see here, and so on. So by default, this is what's going to be selected for you. Now, in this example,
that's on extreme, or
yes, this is for extreme.
Or instant execution zone that's usually given.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Hotforex, it will show you market execution, and Just Forex to show you market execution. That's what you're going to be selected.
Okay.
It will be selected by default. So yeah. So in this example, we're going to be starting with the extreme SNB. So we're going to leave this option like that. Then in one of the
wait, you're saying, sorry, I lost you. You're saying for Hotforex and Just Forex.
Yes.
By default, it's market execution.
Yes, exactly.
But then I thought you say, but then why are we using the instant
it's because
execution right now?
This was for a demo account, the MetaQuotes account. By default, it gives you instant.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, this is just for the
All
presentation.
right.
Yeah, but don't worry, it will be market execution when you actually trading live.
All right.
So by default, to be market execution here. Then for the extreme SMB, you only be focusing on the lot size here. So
All right.
calculate, assuming it's lot size 1, you're going to leave it like that. Then in one of the accounts, you're going to click sell. Then when you're done selling, you'll be taken back to the trade section of MetaTrader 4. Then you start the process all over again in the other account.
The other account.
Exactly. So in this one, since you placed a sell, you switch to the other account, then you start the process all over again. You click trade, but first you select the same currency pair. Then
Okay.
you click the SIM card icon, you maintain market execution and the same lot size. So both accounts will be lot size 1 in this example. So after entering the lot size 1, you click buy, which would be the opposite.
Bye.
Yeah, from
Okay.
the other account. Yeah, so that's the extreme. So all this is supposed to be done 1 minute before the news event happens. So you just be practicing so that you can get your time down to as low as possible. If you're able to do it in like 10 seconds before the news event happens, it will help you out a lot because you get to avoid most of the movements in spread and so on.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's how it's going to be. So after placing the orders, your focus is going to be on this page, like I said yesterday. So your focus will be here. Then you're going to wait for the events to happen here. So if the event is at 11:30, at 12:30, you're going to see the colors change here. So if you see that it's gone from blue to red in one account, that means in the other account where there's the opposite type of trade, there's obviously going to be profit there. So you ditch this one immediately, then you switch to the other side. Then the moment you land in that app, you start closing immediately, because in most cases when you start seeing profit, price has already reached its maximum height or maximum depth. So there's no need for you to start waiting for it to start increasing some more in profit and so on. The moment you see blue, you close immediately. I bet you've seen me do this on my Instagram if you follow me.
I've seen, yeah, actually, that's actually why I got the thing for the package, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you're not supposed to wait for anything. Don't get greedy, don't get selfish.
Yeah.
Close whatever you can. Otherwise, price does reverse. It might reverse, and from $1,000, you find you now have $200, and it will pay.
Okay. So how do you switch the accounts first?
Just click this. Okay, I didn't explain on the account thing. So if you're using an Android phone, there's an application called Your Space that duplicates apps for you. So in your phone, you can have 2 MetaTrader 4 applications side by side. So just click on this
iPhone.
On iPhone, you can use MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. There's no app that's iPhone. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You use an iPhone?
Yeah, I use an iPhone.
Okay, then for you, that means you'll be using MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader
5.
Yeah, side by side. So you just press your button or swipe up. Yeah. Then you'll
be 2 different accounts.
Exactly. Yeah. So one MetaTrader will be just for it. Then the other one with Hotforex.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it doesn't matter which broker I'm using, they all do the same thing, eh?
It does matter. Some brokers minimize your leverage when it comes to news events. So from like 1 to 1,000, you'll be shocked from nowhere. You're now only able to use 1 to 500, which isn't enough for this strategy to work efficiently.
Okay. But these 2 brokers support the 1 to 1,000?
Yes, they do. Even during news events, they do.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before we move on to the next
strategy? No.
Okay. All right. So the next strategy is the easiest SMB, how to execute it. So we start all over again, click the plus, you'll be taken to the trade section of the app where you can place trades. Now we're going to select this option here. Then when you select it, you'll be shown a drop-down menu. Then for the easiest SMB, we're going to focus on the last 2 options here: buy stop and sell stop. So I'm going to start with buy stop. You remember what these two types of trades are, yeah?
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
They are future trades, right? Future placements of trades.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They're not there, and then you enter later on.
All
So
right.
yeah, buy stop, that's what I'm starting with. Now on buy stop, you can see the page is a bit different. There's a few more options. Now here, we're going to focus on the lot size and the price. So lot size, assuming you've calculated it to lot size 1, we'll leave it like that, then move on to price. Now price is the point at which you want your broker to enter the trade for you. Now
Wait, lot size, how do you count it again?
For the lot size, it's got a few steps. I'll send you a video. I have a video on my YouTube. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But don't worry. For many steps, but it's easy to do. So don't worry. I'll send you a video on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay. So the first thing you do is calculate the lot sizes first.
Yes. For the lot size, you can do that even like 5 minutes before the news event happens. I'll just keep it in your head that for this trade, I want to use lot size 2 or lot size 3 or whatever and stuff like that. So yeah, when it's time to execute.
But then did you say it's lot size 10, whereby you said you have to wait 10 pips?
No. Lots and pips are different. Lot sizes is the amount of currency you want to buy or you want to trade with. Then pips are the movements in price.
Okay. So you pick the amount of lots you want to trade.
Yes.
For that. Okay. So it depends on what you want.
Yes, it depends on your account balance and
your account balance.
How much you want to deposit. So yes, it's entirely up to you. Yeah, it depends on how much you deposit in your account.
All right.
Yeah, on lot sizes, should I explain a bit more? Yeah.
I think so. No, I think you need to explain.
Okay. Lot sizes, like I said before, they are just it's just the quantity of currency you want to trade with. Now let me give you an example. Imagine I want to go to the ATM and withdraw 100,000 kwacha. It's as good as I am saying I want to go withdraw one lot size of kwacha. So it's just a quantity of currency. So instead of you saying you want to trade $100,000 and stuff like that, you can just put 1 here. I hope you're following.
Okay. Yeah, I'm following.
Your way of quantifying stuff, the currency.
Okay. So with the other one, you only leave it as 1, the extreme, right?
You also have to calculate depending on your account balance. So like, for example, if you've got $100 to trade, you split that 50-50. So you're going to calculate the lot size for $50. Then that's what you use in both accounts since they've got the same amount of money in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you send me the link of how you calculate.
Yes, I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, for this example, it's lot size 1. So I'm going to leave it that. Then we're going to move on to price. Now, price is the point at which you want your broker to execute the trade for you. So your broker is going to wait for this price to be met or to be reached before they can enter the trade for you, before it becomes active. I hope you're following. That's what makes a future trade. So it all depends on this price that you enter. If you put it 10 pips away, that means your broker is going to wait 10 pips. Your broker is going to wait for price to move 10 pips away from price's current position, which is these two versus numbers here. So yeah, for buy stop, what you're going to be doing is you click on the plus. Then what the plus does is it gets this number here, the ask price. Then it drops it down here for you. The reason why you click on the plus is because when you want to get the ask price directly from here or even here, it fluctuates because price during news events moves quite a lot. So it might be difficult to pick one number to add 10 pips to. So to randomly pick one number, which is close to the actual price, you just click on the plus, then you get whatever number it last recorded here and to drop it down here for you. So it'll be easy for you to add pips from there. So yeah, this is the price, 1.1771. So just like before, okay, I'm just zooming, just give me 1 second. Yeah, so just like before, we always ignore the 5th decimal place or the last decimal place. So when adding the 10 pips, we're going to add it to these two numbers here, the 7 and the 1. So the 1 is going to be here and the 0 is going to be here. Then the total price is going to be 1.1781. That's the number that you change, the number that's dropped down to here. So 1.1781 is what should be left here on the price.
When you add the lot size and that, wait, sorry, when you add the pips, when you press the plus,
when you press
the number drops.
Yes, it drops.
And then the lot size is what matters?
No. For the lot size, we are done. That's all.
Okay.
Already calculated. Yeah, we don't have to touch it again anymore. When you click on the plus, it gets this number and drops it down here for you so that it's easier for you to add 10 pips to it. So when you calculate 10 pips, you change the number that it had dropped down for you to the actual number.
So you just simply using the plus and the minus?
You could use the plus, or you could just put your cursor here and click backspace.
Okay.
Hit one at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's with the PC. With the phone, it's different. You have to.
That's with the phone. Like you can just tap here, then you can click backspace and it will put zeros for you. So these 3 digits will be zeros. Type 81.
Okay.
Leave these 2 here as
right.
Here. Then you enter 81, which is that plus 10 pips. I hope you've understood.
Yeah, no, I've understood.
Okay. Yeah, so after dropping down the 1.1781, you click on place immediately. So don't focus on stop loss, don't focus on take profit or expirations. The reason why is because we only have 30 seconds for each order. Buy stop, 30 seconds, sell stop, another 30 seconds. So by you calculating the stop loss, or when you want to take profits or what, it will take too much of your time. And time is valuable.
That's usually with technical, because someone was explaining to me a bit about technical.
Yes, you could use it for even fundamental analysis, but it's just, it takes too much of your time. It takes too much of your time because each field here is another calculation you have to make. So yeah, just put the price, then click on place immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's for buy stop. After clicking place, you'll be taken to this page here, the trade section. So you'll be able to see that it's pending, no numbers are active or running actively. So after clicking place, you start the process all over again. Now, since we're done with buy stop, we now need to place a sell stop. So click on the plus, you'll be taken to this page, click on that. It will show you the drop-down menu.
This will be a sell stop now.
Exactly, you click on sell stop here. Sell stop, it will bring us to a similar screen. Now, we're going to maintain the same lot size as the buy stop, which is, in this case, lot size 1. Then when we're done, we move on to price. Now for sell stop, we're going to be tapping on the minus, not the plus, but the minus. The minus does the opposite of what the plus does. It gets the other number and drops it down for you. So the plus gets this one, the ask price, then the minus gets the price, which is the smaller number. Yeah, so for sell stop, it's a minus or the bid price. That's what you drop down here. I hope you're following.
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay. So when this price comes down here, you're now going to be subtracting this time. We're going to subtract 10 pips from these 2 digits here because we always ignore this digit here. So I'm going to subtract 10 from here. The price is going to be 1.1759 this time. That's the number that will be here for final.
So on the first one, adding 10, isn't it?
Yes, for buy stop, we're adding 10.
Okay. So because it's selling, we're counting on the decline in price, if I'm correct.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You can think of it like this. So like imagine 10 pips is here, right? and price is currently here for the sell stop. So your broker is going to wait for price to reach this point before you enter the trade live. That's how it is. Then for a buy stop, it's the opposite. So the
so when you set the sorry for disturbing, when you set the sell stop or buy stop and it reaches those same 10 pips, that's when you close the trade.
No, that's when it is now live. After it reaches that point, this point here, and you see blue, that's when you close. The moment you see blue, you close.
What if you see red?
If you see red, if you see red when it touches here, that means price. I don't know. Maybe that means it touched it, then immediately reversed, and you've got some serious bad luck. Either you made a mistake somewhere.
But usually it's a profit because we're waiting for it to reach 10 pips.
Because it spikes, yes, it spikes up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope you've understood.
Yeah, I've understood.
Okay, so for sell stop, click the minus, then I'm going to subtract 10 pips from that. Then the final price is going to be 1.1759. That's what's going to be here. Then when you're done, you click on place immediately. Then you take them back to.
So this one you wait 30 seconds until it turns blue?
No, you don't wait for anything. You wait for the events to happen. The 30 seconds.
So when the events.
The 30 seconds, that's how much time you have to place the buy stops and the sell stops. So each of them has 30 seconds because it's 1 minute max. You start 1 minute before the news event happens.
Oh, so when the event happens, that's when you see the price spiking the 10 pips, whether in the sell or the buy.
Exactly.
And then when it touches, that's when you place the order.
No. Imagine you've placed 2 positions, right? One for a buy stop.
Yeah.
And one for a sell. We're now going to wait for. Sorry, let me just zoom in. The time here. We're now going to wait for it to reach 11:30 sharp, because that's what we're assuming the event is going to happen. When it's 11:30 on the dot, you'll see that one of your 2 positions is going to become active. So one of them, the numbers will start changing rapidly. That's when you know the spike has touched it.
Okay.
When the numbers start changing rapidly and it turns blue from red, that's when you close it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you close the one that's active first. Then when you're done closing that one, you close the other one that's still pending, because they're 2 positions.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope you've understood the flow.
Yeah, I've understood.
Yeah, so 1 minute before the news event happens, that's when you start placing the orders. So one buy stop, one sell stop. Then for each, you have 30 seconds to execute them. But if you're fast enough, you can even do it in like 5 seconds.
All right.
Yeah. So that's the easy extent. That's the extreme SNB and the easy SNB. Do you have any questions overall before I move on? Okay. So yeah, you've seen that it's pretty easy than technical analysis. It's pretty easy. Yeah. You just need to practice so that you can get your time down. Otherwise, it's very easy to do. Like you can calculate the pips in your head and you get used. Don't worry. So moving on to investing.com. Did you download this app? You're the person who was
No, I used the website.
One, yeah?
Yeah, I used the website.
Okay. The website looks similar to this. I bet you've taken a look at the website.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, so it looks similar to this. So like there's daily overviews and there's weekly overviews. So you can see events that happened yesterday, that will be happening today, tomorrow, then this whole week, and the whole of next week. Now, this app or website is what you're going to be using to know when these events are going to be happening. So, as you can see, there's a time, then there's a currency, plus a flag of where it's happening. Then there's also the type of event that's happening. You're following?
Yeah, following.
It's the same thing on the website also. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So assuming the event is at this time here, 14:30, 1 minute before this time clocks, which is 14:29, that's when you start placing the orders. That's how you tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for this one, it will be at 15:29. This one, 13:29. For this event to be 14:29, 14:29, 03:29. This one will be 15:59, and so on, just like that. So yeah, after you place the orders, you wait for the event to happen. Then you see the spike, you see the colors change from red to blue. And at that point where it turns blue, that's when you start closing all the orders.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, one important thing I need to mention is on the website, you also need to filter it so that it only shows you events with 3 bulls. The 3 bulls just show that these events have got the highest impact when it comes to like,
Okay.
yeah, so you just need to filter it.
Profit or with with profit basically.
Pardon?
I'm saying filtering with the three bars so that you can get the maximum profit because they are big events.
Yes, because they're big events, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you filter it, you're going to uncheck the 1 bulls and the 2 bulls. You only want to be seeing 2 bulls. So you're going to remove medium and low. You're going to uncheck those 2 options. Then you're going to leave the 3 bulls checked alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you also need to sign up so that you don't have to be filtering it all the time you load the page. So yeah, just make an account and so on. Then it also adjusts your time zone.
All right.
Yeah. If not, there should be an option that allows you to select +2 on the website for your time zone. Actually, I think the automatic adjustments is only for the app. On the website, you need to change it. Actually, you need to select +2.
+2 why?
+2, like that's our time zone.
Oh, +2. Oh, yeah.
+2, Cairo or Harare. Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then from there on, it will be showing you events that are happening. It will show you the times according to your time zone or our time zone, since we're in the same time zone. So yeah, that's that. Then one last thing about investing.com is how you actually pick a currency when it comes to trading. Now, if we look at this here, the list of events here, AUD retail sales. AUD retail sales is amongst the list of news events we actually trade. You can see it's here, AUD retail sales. So this is an event that you actually trade. These ones, aren't really, they're not on the list, so we don't trade them.
Okay.
So amongst this list here, this is the only event that will be trading. That will be worth trading. Now, how do you actually pick a currency pair to trade this news event with? How you do that is by getting the currency, in this case it will be AUD, and then you're going to pair it with USD. The reason why we pair it with USD is because USD is the most commonly used currency in the world. So by us pairing with USD, we're going to see the most movement as compared to pairing it with pounds or the Japanese currency and so on. You're following?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah, so AUD USD, that's what we're going to be using for this event here, retail sales happening in Australia. Now, another case is when, for example, this is one of the events that are trading with or want to trade NFP or Fed interest rates. That's happening in the US. Now, it's already happening in the US. So USD is already amongst the currencies that will be trading with the currency, one of the best of the core currencies in the currency pair. It's already USD. Now, what currency pair do we actually use since USD is already present? what we do in this case is by going to the code.
Wait, sorry, repeat that. Sorry, I'm sorry, repeat that. Okay. How about the second one? Yeah, that's the one. Could you please repeat?
Okay. Okay, this event, it's happening in Australia. So we're going to pair it with USD.
Yes, Australia with USD, the currency pair.
Yes, so the currency pair will be AUD USD. Now, events that are already happening in the US that have USD, how do we actually pick a currency pair? Because we can't pair USD with USD.
With USD.
Exactly, there's no such currency. Now, in this case, what we're going to be doing is we'll go back to our MetaTrader 4 application. Then we're going to look at the currency pairs that have got USD in them. Now, if I can zoom in, this one has USD in it, Euro USD. This one has USD, has USD, has USD, has USD, has USD, has USD. So all these 7 pairs could potentially be used for a US event. Now you might still be wondering, how do we actually pick one? Because we only want one single currency pair to trade with. Now, the next step is to compare their spreads. Spread is just the commission that you're paying your broker. So what we want to do is avoid as much commissions as possible. So in this case, we're going to pick the currency pair with the least amount of spread because we want to pay the lowest commission possible. So we now start comparing them. This one has 19, 20, 22, 27, 23, 37, and 19. So these two, AUD USD and Euro USD, they've got the lowest spread. Now, there's still 2 options left. How do we actually pick one between the two? Now, in this case, the only difference is the best currency here, which is euros for this one and AUD for this one here. Now we compare them, AUD versus euros. Obviously, euros is more used than AUD. So with euros, you'll see more activity. So that's the one I'm going to go for, euros, in this case, Euro USD. I hope that wasn't too complicated.
No, it wasn't.
Good. Yeah, so that's how I pick a currency pair to trade with. For events that happen in the US, you always do this step because sometimes the spreads do change, because they're not stationary. Brokers are stupid, so they might change. They always change them. They change from time to time.
All right.
Yeah, so you just repeat this process for coming up with the currency pair for news events happening in the US. Then for events that are happening outside the US, you use the first method I showed you. You just get that currency, then pair it with USD. It's that easy. So for this one that's happening in Europe, you get euros and pair it with USD. So for events that happen in Europe, we use Euro USD. Just like that. It's that simple.
All right.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So yeah, that's how we trade as fundamental analysis traders. We've gone over the strategies, we've gone over MetaTrader 4 and investing.com. Now for this application, Google Clock, this is the application I use to keep track of the number of seconds. Yeah, so if you've got a similar app on iPhone that shows seconds, you can use that as well. Then you can also use it for practicing purposes to get your time down to as low as possible when it comes to executing. You can time yourself.
Okay. I wanted to ask, how come you don't do technical? Because you're like one of the few people that have realized you uses mostly fundamental. Because people who I went to like ask, people, they're usually doing technical a lot.
I do fundamental. I do both actually.
Technical.
Yeah, on my Instagram, I've posted trades for technical analysis plus groups and stuff. I don't know how long you've been following me for. I do trade both.
But do you have a course on that, or you focus only on fundamental?
No, I don't have a course in technical analysis, unfortunately. It's got too many steps, and honestly, teaching in my thing. That's why I only teach for like 6 months out of the year.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right. All right.
I don't know. Eventually, it depends. We'll see. But for
Okay.
now, no. And honestly, technical analysis is difficult for like beginners to understand. Like fundamental analysis
Yeah.
is much easier for you to start with. Then as you get to know like what lots are, what pips are, and stuff, what to expect when it comes to trading, that's when you can move on to technical analysis. Well, that's when I would advise you.
Right.
Otherwise, you'll be overwhelmed when you just start technical analysis from the get-go.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the whole course. I was recording this session as well. So when this lesson is done, I'll upload it to my YouTube channel, then I'll send you a link. I'll send you the link for this one
Okay, no problem.
and for yesterday.
Okay, and also the one for the lots explaining so that I understand, because
Yes.
the lots I'm still a bit confused.
Yes, don't worry, I'll send you a video that I made, yeah, on my YouTube channel.
Okay. So like the groups, am I going to be added or?
For this session of classes, I don't have any groups because groups are too much to manage. I used to do that last year in 2019, but they became too many groups for me to manage, so I just stopped doing it entirely. Yeah, but otherwise, as long as you've understood how to use investing.com, you should be able to know when
But I'm free to ask you when I need some help, huh?
Yes, you are. Yeah, you are. If you have any questions, we can
No
set up
problem.
another meeting like this, then we can go over the question.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Then I wanted to, what did I want to ask? I think I forgot it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
That's no problem. When you remember, just hit me up on WhatsApp, then we'll take that from there.
Okay, I'll tell you.
Yeah. What bank are you with? Did I ask you this question?
I'm not yet under. No, I'm not yet under a bank. Actually, I don't have a bank account right now.
Okay, you should definitely go get one because you need one to deposit money and receive money from.
Yeah. What's the lowest amount I can start with in the bank?
You can start with $5 when it comes to trading. Are you talking about like depositing in the bank or in the trading account?
Depositing in. Okay, actually both.
For FNB, that's what I recommend. They need about, I don't know, 60 kwacha per month, the book balance, I think. It's been a while since I opened.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's 60 kwacha or something like that. But like
And
trading,
then with trading.
the minimum is $5 you can start with.
Okay.
Hotforex allows you
All
to
right.
deposit as low as
So you recommend FMB. They only need the NRC, isn't it?
They'll need an NRC plus some proof of address, maybe like a utility bill, like where you stay for electricity or water if you have one. Yeah, it doesn't have to be your name, just as long as you stay there, they should accept it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so FMB, just let me know when you create an account with them, then we can what can we do? Have you already created the Hotforex account that I sent?
No, I didn't create because you said you guide me. So I can only create when I have a bank account.
Yes, because they'll ask you for proof of address and you can just submit either the bank statement FMB gives to you every month or the document that they give you when you just open an account. You submit that with Hotforex and they'll verify your account.
Okay, then I'll just let you know when I get the bank statement. Then you can guide me.
Not the bank statement. When you create an FMB account, just let me know. Bank statement, I think.
Okay.
What? You need to have the account for like a month before they can start sending you one.
Okay. So, yeah. But when I create, I can start trading.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just let me know. Then we can have another lesson where I walk you through the account creation of Hotforex and Just Forex.
No problem. I'll let you know.
All right. It was good having you today. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate the lessons.